Welcome to the Reality Revolution. Today's episode is the greatest affirmation ever. Let me ask you a question. What if there was one sentence that could rewire your entire reality? Not just a sentence you say once and forget, but a sentence so deliberate, so powerful that it reshapes the way you think, the way you feel, and most importantly, what you allow into your life. I'm not talking about wishful thinking. I'm talking about activating a deeper alignment with the things you already know you're meant to have: wealth, health, freedom, joy, time, purpose, and peace. There's a reason why the most successful, grounded, and joyful people in the world speak their reality into existence. It's not magic. It's not hype. It's energetics backed by intention. In this episode, I'm going to share with you what I believe is the most powerful affirmation I've ever created. It's longer than most, it's layered, it's specific, and it's designed to align your mind, body, and spirit with abundance and flow on every level, from large sums of money to radiant health to joyful freedom. But I'm not going to reveal it all at once. I want you to feel the power of each word as we build it together, because words, when chosen with care, become keys, and today we unlock a new way of being. By the end of this video, you will not only know this affirmation, you will understand why it works and how to use it to transform your life starting today. So take a breath, settle in. This might just be the shift you've been waiting for. Let's take a moment and go deeper. Affirmations are not just positive thinking. They're not empty mantras we recite, hoping something good will happen when we say them. They are commands, spoken codes, frequency shifters. When you speak a certain combination of words with emotion and repetition, you're literally tuning your brain and your energy field into a new reality. Science backs this up. There's a part of your brain called the reticular activating system, or RAS for short. Yes, I mention it quite a bit on my channel. It acts like a filter, constantly scanning your environment for information that aligns with your dominant beliefs. So when you begin to consistently tell your mind, I am worthy of large sums of money, I live in radiant health, success flows to me effortlessly, you're not just being positive. You're giving your RAS new instructions. You're telling it, this is what matters now. It's like a loyal assistant. It starts rearranging what you notice, what you attract, and how you respond to life. But there's more to it than just neuroscience. On a vibrational level, every word you speak emits a frequency. Words like joy, abundance, freedom, gratitude, they carry a higher vibration. And when you combine those words with intention, with emotion, and with belief, you create a resonance that pulls matching experiences into your life. That's what the law of attraction really is. It's less about wishing and more about tuning yourself to receive. This is why every single word in the affirmation I'm going to share with you today has been chosen with intention. Each phrase is crafted to activate a specific energy, to help you align not just with more, but with what's truly right for you. Not just money, not just success, but wholeness, freedom, peace, and purpose. Because you're not here to chase results. You're here to become the version of you that receives them naturally. Let's build this affirmation together. We start with, I am so happy and grateful now that I live in abundant flow. Now, many of you know the power of saying, I'm so happy and grateful now. I have dedicated an entire hour-long episode to those powerful words. Notice how this begins. I am so happy and grateful now. We're not speaking about the future. We're not saying I will be or one day I hope. We're saying I am now in this moment, because your subconscious mind responds to the present tense, not your intentions for someday. And what are we activating first? Happiness and gratitude. These aren't filler emotions, they're amplifiers. When you speak with gratitude, you send a powerful message to the universe. I already have, I already am, I already receive. And when you lead with that energy, more comes to match it. Gratitude opens the channel. Happiness raises your frequency. Together, they create a fertile ground for abundance to take root. Now let's talk about the next part. That I live in abundant flow. This is important because it's not just about attracting abundance, it's about living in flow with it. You're not chasing money, you're not hustling for scraps of success, you're not begging for health or freedom or peace, you're in flow. Abundant flow means there's no resistance. It's easy, it's natural, it's continuous. It's the difference between someone collecting drops of water from the sky and someone standing underneath a waterfall. Flow means you're aligned. Flow means you're not forcing, you're receiving. The first line of this affirmation sets the tone. You are happy, you are grateful, and you are already immersed in a state where abundance is not rare. It's your normal. Take a breath with that. Feel that in your body. You're not outside of abundance, you live in it. And we're just getting started. Now the next part is where large sums of money. Let's say it again, and this time without hesitation. Say it without guilt. Say it without shrinking yourself. Large sums of money. Those are my favorite words. I've dedicated at least 100 episodes on it. Money is not evil. Money is not the root of all problems. Money is energy. It reflects the energy we give, the value we create, and the alignment we maintain. You see, for far too long, we've been taught to believe that wanting wealth is selfish, that spiritual people should be broke, that good people should struggle. But here's the truth. Money doesn't make you good or bad. It makes you more of what you already are. If you're generous, money lets you give more. If you're creative, money funds your dreams. If you're kind, money helps you help others. And you're free. Money multiplies your freedom. We use the phrase large sums intentionally, not just money, not a little extra, not a few pennies or dollars. Large sums, because you're not here to survive, you're here to thrive. And the language you use must reflect that. Affirming large sums of money tells your subconscious, I am safe with wealth, I am open to receive more, I am worthy of overflow. And remember, it's not just about personal gain. When you receive more, you can give more, create more, serve more. Money in the hands of conscious people changes the world. So we continue building this affirmation. Say this part boldly, where large sums of money. So we say, I am so happy and grateful now that I live in abundant flow where large sums of money. Next, we say radiant health. This part of the affirmation is crucial and yet so often forgotten. Because what's the point of receiving large sums of money if you don't have the energy to enjoy it? If your body is constantly tired, aching, or overwhelmed? True abundance includes your well-being. Notice the word we're using, not just health, but radiant health. Radiant means glowing, it means vibrant, energized, alive. Not just the absence of illness, but the presence of vitality. It's waking up with clarity. It's moving through your day with strength and ease. It's feeling good in your body because your body is supporting your purpose, not slowing it down. Radiant health isn't something you have to chase. It's something you align with. When you affirm it daily, you're not pretending you're healthy if you're not. You're giving your mind and body a new pattern to move toward. You're shifting your identity from someone who wants to feel better to someone who expects to feel vibrant. So as you speak this phrase, let it sink in. Radiant health. Visualize it. Feel it. Let your body remember what it means to thrive, to deserve more than wealth. You deserve to feel alive. And this affirmation, it includes all of it. The next part of this affirmation is joyful freedom. So we say, I am so happy and grateful now that I live in abundant flow where large sums of money, radiant health, joyful freedom. Now let's pause here, because this is more than just a nice sounding phrase. This is a life philosophy in 2 words, not just freedom, but joyful freedom. You see, a lot of people technically have freedom, but they're still stressed, still overwhelmed, still chasing, hustling, surviving. Joyful freedom is something different. It's not just the absence of control, it's the presence of peace. It's the lightness that comes when you get to live life on your terms and actually enjoy it. It means time freedom. You choose where your energy goes. Your schedule reflects your priorities, not someone else's agenda. Emotional freedom. You're not ruled by anxiety, scarcity, or guilt. You feel safe to be happy, safe to rest, safe to receive. And then there's creative freedom. You get to build, express, and explore without limitation. Your gifts are no longer trapped in someday. They're alive today. Joyful freedom isn't about quitting your job or living on a beach. It's about waking up in the morning and knowing deep in your body, I own my life. That's what we're affirming here. Not just escape, but expansion. Not just freedom from, but freedom to live, to love, to create, to give, to be. When you say this line, really say it, joyful freedom. Let the words melt into your bones. Let them rewrite the old story of struggle. Let them become your new baseline, because freedom is your birthright, and joy is the compass that tells you when you're truly there. Now the next part is and effortless success. So we say, I am so happy and grateful now that I live in abundant flow where large sums of money, radiant health, joyful freedom, and effortless success. This one is a game changer. It shifts people from the grind mindset to a more aligned, empowered way of thinking. Let's make this line hit home by challenging the old paradigm and introducing a new ease-filled vision of success and effortless success. Let's just stop and let that sink in for a moment. Effortless success. Now, for a lot of people, that phrase feels almost wrong because we've been taught since we were young that success equals sacrifice, that it has to be hard, that it has to cost you something, that if it doesn't hurt, it's not worth it. But here's the truth. Struggle is not a requirement for success. Alignment is. This part of the affirmation rewrites an old story, one that says you have to burn out to get ahead, that if you're not exhausted, you're not doing enough, that hustle is the only way. But what if success could feel natural? What if it could be a byproduct of your passion, your alignment, your joy? What if success didn't take you away from yourself, but brought you deeper into what you really are? Effortless success doesn't mean you never take action. It means the action feels guided, aligned, inspired. It means things click into place. It means you stop forcing and start flowing. Because when you're in your zone, when you're showing up as your most authentic self, success becomes inevitable. When you say this part of the affirmation, say it with a new kind of confidence, not the kind that comes from pushing, but the kind that comes from trusting. And effortless success. You're not here to grind yourself into the ground. You're here to rise with ease. Now, the next part that we say is, come to me easily and continuously. This is where this affirmation really starts to move. This gives everything we built so far a rhythm, a sense of momentum, a natural magnetism. So we say, I am so happy and grateful now that I live in abundant flow where large sums of money, radiant health, joyful freedom, and effortless success come to me easily and continuously. Let's talk about these two words, easily and continuously. This is where we let go of resistance and welcome in the flow. First, easily. This doesn't mean you never take action. It doesn't mean you sit on the couch and wait for the universe to knock on your door with a check and a green smoothie. It means your actions are no longer full of force and friction. They're aligned, inspired. You're working with the current, not against it. You're not struggling to earn what's already yours. You're not proving your worth. You're not chasing or clenching or micromanaging every little detail. You're receiving. You're allowing. You're trusting. Easy means removing resistance. It means choosing belief over doubt, flow over force, ease over stress. And then we add continuously. This is big because we're not affirming for a one-time miracle. We're creating a lifestyle of flow. No more boom and bust. No more just enough. No more breakthroughs followed by backslides. Continuously means sustainability. It means abundance on a rhythm like a heartbeat. Predictable, reliable, natural. So when you say this part, come to me easily and continuously, you're affirming a life where blessings don't just arrive, they stay. Where you're not surprised by success, you're anchored in it. Where good things feel normal because you're finally in a state that welcomes them. Let that be your new default. Let that be your new truth. Now, the next part we say is from expected and unexpected sources. So to build this together, we say, I am so happy and grateful now that I live in abundant flow where large sums of money, radiant health, joyful freedom, and effortless success come to me easily and continuously from expected and unexpected sources. Now, this is where the magic really opens up, because one of the biggest blocks to abundance is that little voice that says, but how? How could this happen? How will the money come? How will I heal? How can I possibly be free? We try to map it out in our minds. We micromanage it. We control it. But when you do that, you shrink the infinite possibilities down to the very few options your logical mind can comprehend. And that's why this part of the affirmation is so powerful. From expected and unexpected sources. It tells your mind, yes, I'm open to the usual channels, the clients, the job, the promotion, the business. But I'm also open to miracles, to surprises, to synchronicities, to channels I haven't even imagined yet. You give the universe permission to blow your mind, to show up through people and places and moments that you couldn't have predicted, because when you stop obsessing over the how, you become magnetic to the wow. This part of the affirmation teaches trust. It tells your subconscious, I don't need to figure it all out. I don't need to know the how. I just need to stay in alignment, stay in flow, and stay open to all of it. So say it with trust, say it with wonder, from expected and unexpected sources. Let that line dissolve the need to control. Let it open the doors to possibility, because your blessings don't need your permission slip. They just need your openness. Now, the next part we say is aligned with my purpose. This is where we bring in meaning, so your abundance feels not just exciting, but deeply fulfilling. We're entering the heart space. This next line brings the soul into the structure. It reminds us that true success isn't just about what we get. It's about who we become and what we're here to do. So say it with me, aligned with my purpose. Let's take a breath with that, because abundance without alignment is just noise. It might look good on the outside, but it leaves you feeling hollow on the inside. That's why this part of the affirmation matters so much. When we say, aligned with my purpose, we are affirming that everything we attract, every dollar, every opportunity, every win, is a reflection of who we truly are, not a mask, not a performance, not a survival strategy, but something that flows from the core of our truth. Purpose doesn't always mean one big mission. It can be as simple as doing work that lights you up, being a safe space for others, creating beauty, living in joy, elevating the people around you. When your success is aligned with purpose, you don't feel like you're chasing. You feel like you're coming home. This line of the affirmation ensures that your abundance supports your soul, not just distracts you from it. Because when you're aligned with your purpose, you attract the right people, the right ideas flow through you, the right timing shows up effortlessly, and the success you create is sustainable, soul-fueled, and fulfilling. So say this line with grounded confidence, aligned with my purpose. Let your success be meaningful. Let it match who you are, not mask it. Because when your purpose leads, abundance follows. So far we say, I am so happy and grateful now that I live in abundant flow where large sums of money, radiant health, joyful freedom, and effortless success come to me easily and continuously from expected and unexpected sources aligned with my purpose. And now we add the next part, which is fueled by love. This is like rocket fuel, pure heart energy, fueled by love. This might be the quietest line in the affirmation. This may not be the most memorable. When we use lines like fueled by love, it can feel cliche, but it is the most powerful because love is the highest frequency there is. When your actions, your goals, and your abundance are fueled by love, everything shifts. Let's be honest, a lot of people are chasing success fueled by fear. Fear of not being enough, fear of missing out, fear of failing or being judged or staying stuck. That kind of fuel can take you far, but it burns you out fast. Love, on the other hand, is infinite. It doesn't drain you, it expands you. When you're fueled by love, you create not to impress, but to express. You give not to get, but because it feels right. You show up not to prove anything, but because your heart says, this matters. This line in the affirmation is your reminder. Let your abundance be born from love. Love for your vision, love for the people you serve, love for the life you're building, love for yourself. Because when love fuels your path, you don't have to force things. You become the flow. Say it softly. Say it with depth. Fueled by love. Because love is the fire that doesn't burn you. It lights you up. So we say, I am so happy and grateful now that I live in abundant flow where large sums of money, radiant health, joyful freedom, and effortless success come to me easily and continuously from expected and unexpected sources, aligned with my purpose, fueled by love. The next section of this affirmation is when we say, in harmony with the highest good of all. This line is where abundance becomes aligned with integrity, because you're not just here to manifest more for yourself. You're here to move in a way that elevates everyone connected to you. When we say, in harmony with the highest good of all, we're affirming that the blessings we receive, the money, the health, the freedom, the success, are not coming at the expense of anyone else. They're arriving in a way that's aligned, ethical, peaceful, and ultimately beneficial for everyone involved. You don't have to hustle out of desperation. You don't have to manipulate, compete, or win at someone else's loss. You're living in a universe where there is more than enough. Enough wealth, enough opportunities, enough time and magic to go around. This line creates universal trust. It says, I trust what's for me will find me without harming anyone else's path. I trust that I can succeed in a way that uplifts others, not overshadows them. I trust that my blessings are part of something bigger than me. So when you speak this part of the affirmation in harmony with the highest good of all, feel the sacred balance. Feel the peace of knowing that your success is blessed, not burdened. That you're rising with the world, not ahead of it. This is abundance with soul. So far we say again, I am so happy and grateful now that I live in abundant flow, where large sums of money, radiant health, joyful freedom, and effortless success come to me easily and continuously from expected and unexpected sources, aligned with my purpose, fueled by love, in harmony with the highest good of all. The next thing we say is empowering me to give generously, live freely, and thrive fully. This is where we come full circle, where receiving becomes expansion. Empowering me to give generously, live freely, and thrive fully. This line, this is the why. Everything before it, the money, the health, the flow, the success, it all leads here to the life you're here to embody, to the version of you who doesn't just receive but radiates. Let's break it down. Empowering me to give generously. We're not asking to hoard abundance. You're affirming a reality where you have so much overflow that giving becomes effortless, joyful, natural. Generous doesn't mean irresponsible, it means abundant. You give from a full cup. You support others without draining yourself. Then we say live freely. You're not here to just get by. You're here to wake up with options, to design your days, to follow your inspiration, to live, not just survive. This is freedom on your terms. No permission slips, no limitations, just full-bodied, soul-led living. And thrive fully, not halfway, not almost, fully. Thriving is not about having stuff. It's about feeling alive in every area of your life, financially secure, emotionally grounded, physically energized, spiritually connected. This line declares, I'm not here for crumbs, I'm here for fullness. So when you say this phrase, say it like a declaration, empowering me to give generously, live freely, and thrive fully. Because your abundance isn't just for you, it's meant to ripple, to lift, to inspire. This is what true prosperity looks like, and more importantly, what it feels like. So far, the affirmation is, I am so happy and grateful now that I live in abundant flow, where large sums of money, radiant health, joyful freedom, and effortless success come to me easily and continuously from expected and unexpected sources, aligned with my purpose, fueled by love, in harmony with the highest good of all, empowering me to give generously, live freely, and thrive fully. And we finish it with 3 words: every single day. This final phrase is everything. It's the anchor, because this isn't just a high vibe moment or a temporary shift. This is your new standard. Every single day means this isn't a wish. This isn't luck. This is who I am now. You don't tap into abundance once and hope it sticks. You live in it. You embody it. You wake up in this energy. You walk in it. You speak from it. You decide again and again that this is your frequency. And even on the days when things feel off, when the outside world is noisy or uncertain, you come back to this. This affirmation becomes your anchor, your compass, your reset button, your truth, every single day. Let it mean consistency. Let it mean devotion. Let it mean this is no longer a dream. It's a reality you live, breathe, and expand into daily. This is not something you turn on and off. This is something you are. Now take a deep breath. Feel every piece of this affirmation alive in your body. We've built this affirmation piece by piece, and now it's time to speak it into your reality together. Let it fill your lungs. Let it vibrate through your body. Let it become part of you. Now take a deep breath in. And as I say it, repeat after me, slowly, intentionally, with your whole heart. I am so happy and grateful now that I live in abundant flow, where large sums of money, radiant health, joyful freedom, and effortless success come to me easily and continuously from expected and unexpected sources, aligned with my purpose, fueled by love, in harmony with the highest good of all, empowering me to give generously, live freely, and thrive fully every single day. Let's say it one more time, this time together, in rhythm, as if we're planting every word into the soil of your future. I am so happy and grateful now that I live in abundant flow, where large sums of money, radiant health, joyful freedom, and effortless success come to me easily and continuously from expected and unexpected sources, aligned with my purpose, fueled by love, in harmony with the highest good of all, empowering me to give generously, live freely, and thrive fully every single day. Let that be your new baseline. Let that be your new truth. Say it every morning. Say it before you sleep. Say it until your reality reflects it, and then keep on saying it, because you are now in alignment with the best version of yourself. Now that you've spoken this affirmation, maybe even felt it in your body, you might be wondering, why does this work? Why does one sentence spoken with intention have the power to transform your reality? Let's break it down. Emotion is the activation. This affirmation doesn't start with logic, it starts with feeling. I am so happy and grateful. These emotions aren't filler, they're frequency. Gratitude amplifies everything. Happiness opens the channel. Your subconscious responds to how you feel more than what you say. That's why when you say this affirmation, you don't just speak it, you embody it. You're telling your nervous system, this is safe, this is real, this is who I am now. Secondly, specificity tells your mind what to focus on. This isn't a vague, I want more statement, it's precise. Large sums of money, radiant health, joyful freedom, effortless success, expected and unexpected sources aligned with purpose. Each of those phrases gives your mind a target. Your brain, specifically the reticular activating system, starts filtering your reality to align with what you repeat. It starts saying, that's important, let's find more of that. That's how you start noticing opportunities you used to miss. That's how people, ideas, and breakthroughs begin showing up, because you're now tuned into them. Third, alignment is everything. This isn't about wishful thinking, it's about becoming congruent in your thoughts, energy, and actions, aligned with my purpose, fueled by love, in harmony with the highest good of all. When you speak these words, you align with truth. You tell the universe, I want what's right for me, not just what looks good on paper. And when you're in alignment, things move faster with less resistance, more flow, more trust. It's multidimensional. This affirmation doesn't just ask for money, it activates your whole life. Physical, radiant health; emotional, joyful freedom; financial, large sums of money; spiritual, purpose, harmony, and love; lifestyle, live freely, thrive fully. It's not linear, it's holistic, because true abundance is not one-dimensional, it's the integration of everything that matters. And the fifth is repetition equals reprogramming. Every time you repeat this affirmation, you're not just saying words, you're rewiring your belief system. You're replacing scarcity with sufficiency, struggle with ease, doubt with knowing, hustle with alignment. Neurons that fire together wire together, and the more you affirm this version of yourself, the more it becomes natural, not just something you want, but something you expect. And six, the ripple effect is real. When you're in flow, when you're healthy, wealthy, free, and aligned, it doesn't just affect you, it affects your relationships, your work, your creativity, your energy in the room, your impact in the world. You become the source. You overflow into others. You show what is possible just by being it. So yes, The affirmation is powerful, not just because of the words, but because of what they unlock in you. Speak it daily, feel it deeply, live it boldly, because once you align with this truth, everything changes. Now that you've learned this affirmation, you might be asking, how do I actually use it? The answer: consistently, intentionally, and like you mean it. This isn't just something you say once and forget. This is a daily energetic reset, a ritual, a realignment. You memorize this, just like the large sums of money affirmation that I have taught before, that I have memorized, that I'm sure many of you have memorized because I have repeated it many times. This is the same idea on another level. So here's how to make it a part of your life. First, start your day by saying the affirmation out loud before the world gets noisy, before email, before scrolling, before distractions. Look in the mirror if you can. Put your hand on your heart, say it slowly with feeling. Remind yourself, this is who I am now. Secondly, nighttime reprogramming. Your subconscious is most open right before sleep. End your day by whispering this affirmation, even just once. I will be creating a sleep meditation that will utilize this affirmation in the near future. Third, journaling practice. Write the full affirmation down every morning or choose a phrase that resonates most that day. Let the words guide your thoughts and intentions. Let it become part of your inner dialogue. Fourth, do mirror work. This one is powerful. Look yourself in the eyes. Speak the affirmation slowly, intentionally, like you're casting a spell with every word. Say it like you mean it. Say it until you feel it. Say it until it becomes second nature. And here's the most important part. You don't have to believe it fully right away. You just have to keep showing up, because with repetition comes reprogramming. This is your new baseline. This is your new normal. Say it, live it, become it every single day. Now, if you made it all the way here, that tells me something powerful about you. That you're ready. You're ready to thrive. Not just wish, wait, or hope. Now it's time to turn this affirmation into a lifestyle. I want to invite you to make a commitment. Repeat this affirmation every day for the next 21 or 30 days. Morning, night. Say it out loud, write it, feel it. Let it rewire you. Let it realign you. And if you're still here with me at the very end, drop the word thrive in the comments so I know you're part of this journey. Let's build a community of people who are done surviving and ready to live fully. And if this resonated with you, hit subscribe for more high vibration content. I'm always creating activations, affirmations, mindset shifts, meditations, and tools to help you create the life you were born to live. And before you go, I'd love to hear your voice in this too. Take this affirmation and rewrite it in your own words. Make it yours. Speak from your soul. Drop your version in the comments. Let's amplify each other's intentions. It feels to me like this is the start of something big, and I am so grateful to be on this path with you. Until next time, keep rising, keep thriving, and remember, you're not waiting for abundance. You are it. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to the Reality Revolution.